Hi there, this is a quick review of Activity 2.4.1, Constitutional Principles in Action. I'm just going to briefly go over what you should be looking for in this activity, and I'm also going to provide a link to a video recording that was done that will take you through this. If you still need help after this video, it's going to be another video to help you step by step. So if we look at constitutional principles in action, it says, in this activity, you will consider the material you have just learned and write answers to 3 questions. So keep in mind, there are 3 questions that you have to answer. And it says, answer the questions with at least 3 sentences each, and then upload your response. So basically, 3 questions you have to answer. For each one of those, you have to write 3 sentences. All right, so let's take a look at the first question. The first question asks, what are some of the constitutional principles and values promoted by Martin Luther King's letter from a Birmingham jail? If you need to refresh your memory, you can refer to Martin Luther King's letter attached to this activity, which is right here, or review the following summary documents. So for this question, constitutional principles and values. So what was Martin Luther King asking for? That the Constitution promises everybody, everyone who is a citizen. What were some of the principles and values that were promoted by him? What was he trying to fight for? So if you look at activity 2.4, it talks about constitutional principles in action, a lesson. Lesson 2.4, make sure that you go through that if you need a refresher on some of the constitutional principles that Martin Luther King was trying to get for his people. Make sure you click through all the pages. Here's the letter if you want to look over the letter. And it does say what it highlights. It highlighted the inequality, injustice, and lack of liberty that they were forced to endure. Because if you remember from the Constitution, if you look at lesson 2.2, so make sure that you go there, there is a section that discusses even just the preamble. Here we go. The preamble in the Constitution says that there's 6 goals: to form a more perfect union, to establish justice, to ensure domestic tranquility, to provide for the common defense, to promote the general welfare, and to secure the blessings of liberty. So look through those. There's a lot of constitutional principles just in the preamble. So look through lesson 2.4.1, lesson 2.4 and 2.2. And the same goes for question 2. Question 2 asks, why do you think Americans value the ideas of liberty, equality, and justice? So this is a 2-part question. Why do you think they value liberty, equality, and justice? Why do you think they disagree when it comes to more specific rights? And if you want to use a personal example, that is fine by me. This one, I believe, it is your own personal opinion. There is no right or wrong answer for this one. Remember, all of these questions you need to answer in 3 or more sentences. So why do Americans value? Why do we value our liberty, our equality, and why do we want justice? That, again, is up to you. Now, for number 3. Number 3 throws everybody off a little bit, and I want you to make sure to focus on the Equal Rights Amendment of the 1970s. It has to do with women's rights. Some people will talk about a different Equal Rights Amendment, but for this activity in particular, we are looking at women's rights. So, again, this is a personal opinion. If you could have voted for or against the ERA in the 1970s, the Equal Rights Amendment, what would you have done? So, 2-part question again. What constitutional principles and values are in question by those who opposed the amendment, so those who were against it, and those who supported or were in favor of the amendment? So again, 2 parts. Would you have voted for it and why? And what are some of the constitutional principles that are in question here? So, if you need to review the ERA, which is totally fine because there is a lot of information in these lessons, make sure you go to 2.4, lesson 2.4, and on the final page, page 6, it talks about the ERA, what it was, and there is a video that shows those in favor and those against the amendment. Again, this is completely your own idea of whether you would support it or not, and what constitutional principles were being questioned here. All right, so that sums it up. If you need more help with this activity, there is a YouTube channel that has social studies lessons that have been recorded in the past and go into greater detail. For instance, this one on constitutional principles in action is about 25 minutes long, so it goes into greater detail. So feel free to go to this website. This is our teacher help page. And then this is a little bit of a long URL, so if you want to write down this one, this might be better right here. If you want to pause this and write it down, that's great. Or you can contact your teacher and say, hey, can you send me the link to the YouTube channel I need to look at activity 2.4.1 for US government. So there you have it. Have a great day. If you still need additional help, please reach out to your teachers. Remember, you can access them through the chat messaging in your class, through email, and you can also text them and set up phone time if you need help over the phone. Great. Thank you very much for joining. Have a great day.